I have a feeling that we're going to be doing mostly spirit-led tonight.
Makes it easier for me.
Does it?
Is that what you want to do? I'll put it in the chat.
Let's see.
I'll just see here. Start that thing.
Oh, hello, hello. I starting to have people pop on here. Hello, hello. So glad to see everyone on here tonight. What is today? Is today Wednesday? Yep, hump day. Hump day. It's been my Wednesday thing. I've been teaching a workshop and then I've been going live, except tonight was my last night at the workshop. I do have a class coming up. Hello, hello, Reader Mom. Aw, thank you for the heart. Thank you, thank you. So glad to see everyone on here tonight. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Marla. Hi, Karen Panillo. Hi, Michelle. So glad to see everyone popping on here. I'm good. How are you, Mikey? Oh, it's been a while since I'm so glad you were able to join, Jaylene. I'm so glad you were able to join. I've been going live quite a bit lately, it feels like. So glad to see everyone on here. All right, so we are going to start off with some readings. Are y'all ready for some readings? I know y'all must be. All right. The first person stepping up is a mom energy. And I'm hearing the name Natalie or Natalia around her. This lady, English was not her first language. She's speaking English with an accent, so English was not her first language. She is giving me a West Coast feel to her. She is showing me, I don't know where she lived, but her yard is mostly dirt. Like, you know, my front yard, my entire yard is all grass. But she's showing me that her yard was mostly dirt. She is, oh, I'm sorry you're in an argument. Hi, Devin. I just saw Devin. She was in my workshop. I'm so glad to see you. Seeing you both places. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I have a mom energy stepping up. I'm hearing a name off of her like Natalie or Natasha, something like that. English was not this lady's first language. She's speaking English with an accent. She has a West Coast feel to her. She's also showing me, oh, that's okay, Devin. She was saying she was driving, so she couldn't really participate. That's okay. I appreciated you joining. I appreciate you joining the workshop. Her front yard was mostly dirt. She's also showing me that she was Catholic. And she had Mother Mary statues all around her house. All right, so does this lady sound familiar to anyone? Are we going to get this mom claimed here? Okay, I'm going to recap one more time and then we'll move on to another one. But y'all know that I don't leave lives without spirits being claimed. So I'm glad you checked it too. I'm so glad you checked it. So I will recap. If no one claims her, then I'll bring her up again until she's claimed. Y'all know I don't leave lives with people just hanging out there. Hello, Bama. Bama in the house. Hi, Savannah. Okay. I have a mom energy here. Her name, there is the name around her is Natalia or Natasha. So if it's not hers, it could be someone right around her. She is showing, she's also letting me know that English was not her first language, that she's speaking English with an accent. She's also showing me that she was from the the West Coast. She's Catholic. She had Mother Mary all around her house, and her front yard, like she showed me her yard was dirt, like a lot of dirt, little patches of grass here and there, but for the most part it was just dirt. So does this lady sound familiar to anyone? Ashley, her name could be Rosa, but do you know what this end name is around her? There is a name around her of Natasha or Natalia, something like that. Might not be her name. Her name could definitely be Rosa, but what is this end name that is around her? Do you know what that is, Ashley? Could she be Italian? Yes. She's either Italian or Hispanic, but because she has the darker skin and darker hair.
No.
All right. My mom passed and she was very close. Okay. My mom passed. She was very close to her sister-in-law, Natalia, but I'm not sure it's my mom. Okay. I would say we're onto something here, Jaylene, because Natalia is not a name that's going to come through very easily. So does the rest of it fit your mom? Does the rest of the description I gave you fit your mom? Yes. All right. Very good. So I think you're here with Jaylene. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Okay, so when I said that she had a Natalia, a Natasha, or Natalie, some kind of name like that around her, Jaylene said that she was very close to her sister-in-law. So very good. Thank you, Jaylene. Let's see what we got going on here. Jaylene, your mom is being funny. She is teasing you. She's showing me dust bunnies in the corner, and she's telling you to get the corners and wipe the baseboards. So was your mom a clean freak, or is she teasing you about your house? Because she's very much talking about the dust bunnies in the corner and then you wiping the baseboards. She is also showing me you doing a face mask. You know, like you put those masks on your face to do an at-home facial. She's showing me you doing that.
I was cleaning yesterday, saw a lot of dust.
Oh, very good.
Yes, face mask.
Very good. So I appreciate you confirming that, Jaylene. She said she was cleaning yesterday and there was a lot of dust. And she said, OMG, yes, when I was talking about her doing this face mask. So when spirits step up and they talk about things that I wouldn't know about, like the dust bunnies and her just cleaning, it's a sign that they are around you. And also the face mask. I know she just done one. Her mom wants her to know that she is around her. Jaylene, your mom is also talking about making sure you are listening to the spirit drop-ins. She is talking about, you get a lot of drop-ins from spirit and you excuse them away. You have been in a relationship in the past where you were gaslighted, which caused you to doubt yourself. For those people who don't know what gaslighting is, it's when you are asking someone a question like, were you with your friend or did you go out? And they're like, no. Or you say, I feel like you're cheating on me. You're crazy. You're the one cheating. It's when they are denying everything. And when you're with people that gaslight, they can make you doubt yourself. And so, Jaylene, your mom is saying that at some point you have been with someone who gaslighted you and you don't trust yourself anymore. And she wants you to make sure that you are sitting in your solar plexus and you are really paying attention to what spirit is saying to you. She's also saying that you need to start, okay, so spirit comes through. I always say use spirit information like a tool in your toolbox. You're still living on this planet. You have free will. So you have to really do what you feel is best for you. But your mom is saying to start looking for another job. So I want you to take that with, sit with it, see if it feels right with you. But she is saying that you're not being appreciated in your job and you're being underpaid. And you need to make sure that you are standing in your truth. And it's time for you to start looking for another job. So hopefully that doesn't make you too sad. All right. Thank you, Jaylene, for letting me read your mom. I appreciate it. All right. Who else we got going on here? You want to do another spirit led? Or you want to?
You can't change the rules on me.
I said I wasn't sure.
Jesse's mother-in-law, Lori.
Jessie, mother-in-law, Lori. All right. So for those of you who haven't seen me read before, I will start describing Jessie's mother-in-law, Lori. And she will say yes or no. If it doesn't fit, then please say no, and we'll find out who the spirit belongs to. It will become spirit-led at that point. Aw, thank you, Cajun Girl, for sharing my live. Thank you. Oh, it's Cajun Girl's birthday. Did I miss that? Someone said happy birthday to Cajun Girl. I missed it. Did Cajun Girl say her birthday was today?
Happy birthday, Cajun.
Well, if it is your birthday, Cajun Girl, happy birthday, and thank you for sharing my live. I appreciate y'all sharing my live. It really helps me in the algorithm. All right. Jessie, listen up. Your mother-in-law, Lori. Okay, so your mother-in-law is very much, it is your birthday. Happy birthday, Cajun Girl. Happy birthday. Have some cake. All right. Cajun Girl, hang tight. The second I tapped into you and said, it's your birthday, happy birthday, a dad energy stepped up. So hang tight, Cajun Girl. After I'm done with Jessie, we're going to see what this dad energy is about. Oh, thank you, Tabitha. It's an oldie but goldie. My shirt is. Okay. This Lori stepping up is showing me this lady was very much someone who was an Energizer Bunny, I want to say. She always had herself together. She always had time for people. She just was constantly taking on and helping other people until she couldn't. She was saying until she became ill and could no longer do that. This lady is also saying, Jessie, that not that you had she's not saying you had a bad relationship with your mom, but she is showing me that she so much appreciated you allowing her to move into your life and kind of that mothering role, a mother friendship kind of role is what she is saying. It was back and forth. She's also saying that she very much appreciated your help in taking care of her. Now, I know that you didn't, change IVs and do that kind of thing, but she is showing me you making sure she always had lip stuff for her lips and you giving her ice chips. Okay, Miss Lori, does this sound like your...
Jessie, I haven't seen
Miss Jessie. Does this sound like your mother-in-law? I think we might have a spirit up for grabs. I think Jessie has left the house. Jessie's no longer with us, it looks like.
Yeah, my stones.
All right, so we have a spirit up for grabs. I was going to bring up Lori, Jessie's mother-in-law, but it doesn't look like she's in the house.
Oh, Jess said yes, it does.
Oh, there she is.
There she is.
She is back. She said yes, it does. I was about to give your mother-in-law away, Jess. That'd have been a sad day to giving your mother-in-law away. Your mother-in-law is very funny because when I was teasing, I was like, I was about to give your mother-in-law away. She's like, oh, honey, no. Like, she wouldn't have gone anywhere. She would have been one of those spirits that was standing firm.
She was listening, not typing.
I understand. Okay, until you were like, oh, wait a minute. No, let me confirm. That is my mother-in-law. Jessie, she's talking about she's talking about what a blessing you were when you came into her family. Like at first, she wasn't real sure. It wasn't that she didn't like you. She just wasn't sure. And once she got to know you, she was talking about you were the kindest and brightest light that she had in her family and how much she appreciated you being around. She's also showing me that you have been taking on some of the duties that she used to take as kind of like the matriarch of the family, making sure that people are included, word gets out about events going on. She's also showing me that there were certain recipes that she used to make that you have taken on and started making yourself. And she has shown me that you're in the kitchen. And I don't know if there was something off with this recipe, if the amounts weren't correct. Yes, it was quick because we got pregnant fast in our relationship. Oh, okay, very good. That must have been why she just wasn't sure about it. Because I was like, she wasn't like, oh, yes, her taco pie and caramel. Oh, caramel corn. I love caramel corn. I haven't been eating it, though, because of the sugar, cancer and all. But I love me some caramel corn. She's showing me you in the kitchen making these things that she used to make. And you're talking to her. So I don't know if there was something off on the recipe, like she hadn't gotten the exact amount correct on the recipe. But she is very much showing me, you're asking her, like, Mom, what'd you do here? Why is it, did you call her Mom Lori? That's what I wanted to say, Mom Lori. About talking about the amounts and the recipes not being spot on. When spirits step up and talk about, like she was talking about Jessie making things that she used to make.
She said yes.
Thank you for confirming. And it's just something I wouldn't know. She's also confirming about how she was talking to her mother-in-law because the amounts on the recipe were not correct. And she was like, Mom, Lori, why weren't these right? And of course, my mother-in-law, Lori is in spirit. So that is very sweet that you thank you for confirming that, Jess. And it's also very sweet that your mother-in-law is being so good about proving that she's around you. She's also showing me.
You were so sweet, thank you.
Aw, you're welcome.
Yeah.
She's also showing me, Jess, you lighting a candle. And you were having problems lighting this candle, and you kind of burned your thumb a little bit. I don't know if you were using a lighter or if the match had burned up, but she shows me you have the candle turned sideways and you're having a hard time lighting it, and it kind of got your finger. Again, something I wouldn't know, proving that she is around you. She also wants to thank you for being such a good mom.
Can you ask her if she told our son goodbye in his sleep?
She did, and she kissed his cheek.
And she said, I just did that now. Whatever it was you said.
Oh, thank you for confirming that. She said she just did that now. I was talking about her lighting a candle, and she burned her, kind of got her finger, and she put in all caps, I just did that now, exclamation point. So when that happens, like she was just lighting the candle, it's such great proof that her mother-in-law is around her because she was just doing it and telling me about it. And yes, she did tell your son bye, and she kissed him on his cheek. Look, she's giving me chills. She still will kiss him on his cheek. So if you ever see him doing this, like I see your son just complaining that there's something on his face, like he thinks it's a hair or something that's kind of tickling his cheek, it's his grandmother, your mother-in-law. So pay attention to when your son does that, and there's no hair or anything on his cheek. That's his grandma kissing him. She just adores that boy. You're very welcome, Jess. You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you for letting me read your mother-in-law. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Mrs. Birthday Girl, Cajun Girl, Birthday Girl. Let's see if we can get see who this dad energy is. So I know you've seen me read before, Miss Cajun Girl. So though it's a dad energy, let me describe them, and you can figure out who this actually is for you. Okay, so this gentleman is stepping up, and he is showing me, he's showing me a lot of regret, like not being a big part of your life until it was towards the end, and then he did not have a lot of life left in him. He's also very much apologizing, and he's telling me that you're not going to accept what I'm about to say about him because you have such a sweet heart and you're so forgiving, but he wants to acknowledge that he was very selfish. He is saying that he knew that your living conditions when you were younger weren't what he really wanted them to be, but he didn't have the capacity to come and get you and give you the life that you deserved. He is also telling me that yes, thank you for confirming, Cajun Girl. Thank you, thank you.
My dad.
Okay, very good. He's also showing me, what is that? He's been making knocking noises in your house. Cajun Girl, have you noticed like knocking noises in your house and you haven't been able to identify where they're coming from? That is your dad. That's funny.
Yes.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
Thank you for confirming that. She said, yes, he has. He is telling me that something has happened recently that has really brought his passing back around to you. So there are those of you grieving. You know, grief is a wicked thing in that you think that you're moving past it or through it. You think that you're able to move through life a little bit better, though your grief always comes with you. And then something will happen. It can be a memory, a birthday, or anything. And then all of a sudden, the grief is back on you. Cajun Girl, he is also telling me that you couldn't have saved him. It was his time to go. So you must be feeling a lot of guilt over his passing. And he's saying, no, you couldn't save me. It was my time to go. It was my time to go. He's also saying that he felt so blessed to have gotten back in touch with you towards the end of his life, that you made all the difference. You made all the difference in his passing.
The anniversary of his death in the last week has been hard.
Oh, okay. Thank you for confirming that, Cajun Girl. She's talking about the anniversary of his death has been recent. That has been what has triggered it. Very good. He's showing me you playing cards with someone. Looks like maybe one of your kids, but he's showing me you playing cards. And when people talk, when spirits talk about that, it's just something I wouldn't know, a sign that they are around you. He's also wanting you to make sure. He's showing me a calendar with time allotted on it, and there's different names beside it. He's saying to make sure that, and I know you do this, but just repeating what the Spirit says, to make sure that you're spending enough time with each child. I see you kind of breaking it down and making sure you're allotting time for each child. He's also telling me that you did the right thing. Yes, trying. I know it's difficult, isn't it, Cajun Girl? The days just get away from you. I know. Good grief. It's I know, it's busy, Mom. He's also telling me that you did the right thing. And he shows me a child. I was about to say homeschooling, but he stopped me. But he did show me a child sitting in a computer. So I'm not sure if you're homeschooling part-time, if you're 100% homeschooling. But he is absolutely saying that he's very proud of you. You did the right thing by that. He is showing me, have you thought about like doing, not full-blown daycare, but watching a child?
It's going good so far.
Oh, good. I'm so glad it's going good for you. Have you thought about watching a child or a couple of children after school, like after school at your house? Kind of like daycare, but not a full-blown daycare. It's just part-time where they come over and hang out after school in your house, but their parents do still pay you. I don't know if you've been approached for doing that, but your dad is suggesting that you do that. All right. Thank you, Cajun Girl, for letting me read your dad, and happy, happy birthday. Thank you, thank you. All right. Little PSA, I will not be messaging anyone. Oh, you have been thinking about it? No, but I have been thinking about it. Very good. So I want to address it real quick. I was talking about her taking a couple of kids after school to watch them and the parents paying them. So not full-blown daycare, but after school care. And her dad said that to her, and she confirmed it. So that's what I call synchronicities. You're thinking about doing something, Spirit steps up to confirm it. So it's your extra little push, because I certainly didn't know she was thinking about that. Okay, I will not be direct messaging anyone. I woke up again today with messages from people saying that I had or someone had scammed them. and had been pretending to be me. And I won't direct message you. You can only make appointments on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. I know I was getting, not complaints, but people were kind of concerned because they couldn't get on my calendar for quite some time. I did just finagle some things around, so I opened up a couple of days towards the end of October and one the beginning of November. And then I do have a last minute appointment on Sunday. The one for tomorrow night has already booked. I do try to open up a couple of last minute appointments that are, after hours or on the weekends, and there's one on Sunday. How are my cancer treatments going? They're going. I feel really good. Scans haven't quite caught up to that. They put me on, I'm on 2 estrogen blockers. For those of you who don't know and follow my story, my breast cancer is estrogen fed. So they put me on 2 estrogen blockers. One I take daily, one I go in every month for a shot. Then when the cancer advanced to my bones, they put me on a quarterly bone strengthener so the tumors don't break my bones. And also this drug that I tried to avoid like the plague, but what are you going to do? It's called ribociclib. And it is a drug that reduces the protein that feeds my cancer. It's had really good results, but it has very wicked side effects. And so you're in trouble when you go for a drug and they prescribe a couple of other drugs to take care of the side effects of the one you're going to take. A lot of nausea, makes my hair, I don't know if y'all probably can't tell, but my hair is getting very thin, making my hair fall out, tired. That's about it for the side. Is that all the side effects? Nausea, tired, hair falling out. Lots of fun. But I do feel good. Outside of that, I do feel good. I have scans on October 25th, so we'll see. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. And so many people have been sending me so many beautiful prayers and well wishes. I know that has got a lot to do with how good I'm feeling and my road to recovery.
Kara said she just met her new oncologist today. I don't know if she was on the other day or not.
Oh, Kara, you did. So Kara said she just met her new oncologist today. I hope it went well. I hope you liked them. Thank you. Thank you, Trina. I'll take all the prayers. I will take them all. Oh, good. Kara just said on here that she met her new oncologist today and that she's a doll. That makes all the difference. My first oncologist, I actually, more information than you want to know, and then we'll go right back to reading. So when you get diagnosed with cancer, typically, according to what kind you have, not with lymphoma, because, you can't do surgery with lymphoma, but when you have a cancer that can be removed, you have a surgical oncologist, so they just do surgery on people who have cancer. You have a medical oncologist, which will oversee your chemo and any kind of ongoing treatment you have like that, and then you have a radiation oncologist. So my medical oncologist, I did switch out, and it just makes all the difference when you have someone who, listens to you and that you jive with. The first guy, he was an excellent doctor, had excellent reviews, and I'm sure he was a beautiful doctor for many, many people. Just not for me. And it's funny because, I think Kara said she had a female oncologist. I went to a female oncologist also, and we just seem to jive better. You must love, they must hear you. Yes, yes, yes. Kara said, you must love your team. They must hear you. Yes, ma'am. They have got to listen to you. And that was a problem I had with my radiation oncologist, because I was in the emergency room. I had my skin from radiation was peeling off. It had gotten down to where it was bloody in a couple of places. Some of my friends were telling me kind of over-the-counter things to take, and he didn't prescribe me anything to help my skin until he realized that I was buying things over the counter that other people that around the world had sent me to buy, because I was just like, oh my goodness, it was incredibly painful. And then he decided to prescribe me something. I was like, if I had already been towards the end of my radiation, I would have switched to radiation oncologist. But at this point, I was halfway through. I wasn't messing with it at this point. But yeah, they have to listen to you. I had a liver and kidney transplant and switched to hospitals to get better care. Oh, Mikey. Oh, my goodness. How are you feeling, Mikey? Liver and kidney transplant. That is crazy. Yeah, you have to. Sometimes and let me tell you, liver, anything messing with your liver is painful. Okay. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Granny said her son is going through the red devil chemo. Yes, ma'am. That is no joke. I am so sorry. That red devil chemo, they call it that for a reason. I am so sorry he's going through that. All right. You have someone?
Your turn.
Okay, my turn. Oh, here we go. All right, we're going to do spirit led. Let's do this. All right, I'm having a gentleman step up. I'm hearing the name Anthony or Tony. Tony. He feels Italian. He feels like, I'm not saying he was from the East Coast, but you know that, and this is like in my head, so please don't anyone get offended when I say this, but you know the classic East Coast Italian that you think of, kind of boisterous, loud family. That's what I'm getting off of him. Very Catholic. He is showing me that wherever he worked, he had to wear a hard hat. He's also showing me that there was a local, Jersey Shore. I've never seen that show. We're probably like that. There was a local bar that he frequented, and it was a neighborhood bar, and when he went in there, it's like everyone knew his name. He walked in there. I can see him saying hi to people and bellying up to the bar. Not saying he had a drinking problem, but when that's where the local hangout was. He'd go there and see his buddies. He was married. What else are you showing me? You know, he had, towards the end of his life, he had a lot, he's making my back hurt. That's not what killed him, but he's making my back hurt. He had back problems towards the end of his life. Spirits usually, and this isn't for all mediums, it's just how my readings work. Spirits will usually show me what bothered them the most. They don't always show me exactly how they passed, but they will show me what bothered them the most before they passed. And he's very much talking about his back hurting. Also, he is showing me, oh my goodness, Mama, okay. Paved roads, he broke his back in the army. So who was this Mama Purr? Okay, Miss Mama Purr, I'm going to ask you to go live with me. Let's see if she's going to go live. Feelings. I'm just teasing.
Oh.
Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can. So where are you located?
Hello.
Where are you located?
In Rhode Island.
Okay, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
So that East Coast. I don't know. I don't know if you consider in Rhode Island East Coast, but someone.
We do.
Okay, very good. I was going to say, I grew up in the South, live in the Midwest. That's East Coast to me. Very good. So he was viewing very good about his information. And I will tell you, when I saw the hard hat, I did see him on the side of the road with the yellow jacket on.
Yeah, that was him. And it's so funny you said about the bar, because his sister's bar is the last name, and that was his sister's bar is their last name in Rhode Island. So when you said that, and he was a recovering alcoholic and was very religious, especially at the end.
Yes. So I have to tell you, you are, my moderator is in here with me, and it's my husband. He's right across from me. So as you were talking, he was mouthing words to me across the computer. I was like, what? And he's saying, bah.
Oh.
However you were saying bar. So he was completely teasing you. That East Coast bar accent.
That is funny.
All in love.
Yeah, he said all in love, all in love. That is true.
Absolutely.
So he's telling me now, what is your name? I'm sorry, I was about to call you Mama Fur.
Oh, my name is Sherry.
Sherry. Okay, very good, Sherry. Sherry, he is telling me that he sends orbs and pictures to y'all. Do y'all have like a Ring camera or a security system? Because he shows me putting orbs in cameras.
We do. We do
Okay,
have a
very good.
blink system, yeah.
And when I say cameras, I don't mean like on the phone. I meant actual security. So pay attention to those, and
Okay.
the orbs in them are going to be him. He's also referencing someone who is alive, who is a police officer, or they're wearing a uniform. Is it a police officer or a
My brother and sister are both retired police officers.
Okay, very good.
But
And they're
we
both
were his
alive.
stepchildren.
Okay, so your brother and sister are both retired police officers.
Yeah.
One of them, does one of them have diabetes or has been struggling with pre-diabetes?
I'm not too sure. My brother lost a lot of weight and we worry about his health.
It felt like it was your brother. I wasn't
Okay.
going to call it because he was referencing the person and you said it was both of them. I was like, it feels like the man. He really needs to get, and I don't want to scare you because this isn't something that's going to take him out. But he
Right.
does
No.
need to get control of his health and really go to the doctor.
Okay. Yeah. It's so funny. I had dinner with him a few weeks ago and we said it to him.
Okay, very good. I love it when you already have a thought and your spirit steps up and confirms it.
Yes. Thank you.
Now, do you have a little brown dog?
I had one. She passed.
Yes, I know.
Oh, she's my favorite.
Guess who has a little doggy?
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. Look at that.
Now, this little doggy had a lot of teeth problems before she passed. This doggy is showing me.
Well, she was a bigger dog. My grand dog is a little dog, my daughter's dog, and she has little snaggle teeth, but no teeth problem right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go back to there is a dog in spirit who is a little brown dog. When I say little, this dog weighs about, well, I guess medium. 45 pounds, this dog is telling me that they weighed 45 pounds.
No, she should have, but she was bigger.
Is this wishful thinking on her part?
Oh, no. Maybe, yeah. She always got in trouble for her weight.
Oh, no. In her mind, she was svelte.
She was.
Now, did this dog, the one that passed, did it have teeth problems?
Not really. No.
Okay, because this dog is really focusing on that. So I'm not sure if you know whose dog this is. I'll just give a rundown real quick, and if you can't place it, we'll go.
Okay.
It's a brown dog, about 45 pounds. They're saying really focusing on hip dysplasia and teeth problems.
Hip is correct, yes.
Okay. So I wonder if they had teeth problems and you just weren't aware of it.
Yeah, I don't know. She was,
Okay.
yeah.
Because everything else seems to be fitting.
Right.
They're also talking about you. I just love the way that you took care of your dog, because the dog is referencing how you were very much about, you know what, this dog lives here. You're just a visitor. So if you don't like the hair, you can go.
Totally. Oh, I loved her. She was my dog. I have to say that. She was so good to our family. She followed me everywhere.
Yes, she was she was a mama dog. Like, I see her actually coming to get you to let you know things are going on that shouldn't be going on.
Yeah, she was so good.
Yes, because she shows me you're in the kitchen. This is what she's dropping in. You're in the kitchen and you're cooking, so you're not really paying attention to what's going on. And this dog is coming in there and looking at you like, come here, come see. Do you ever remember her doing that to you?
She did a lot with the kids. She was always, we used to always say she was on patrol. You know, it's funny with the police officers in our family. She was on patrol. We're like, you're off duty. It's okay. We got it.
Yeah, no, she was not. She was not going to be off duty, was she?
No.
No. Okay, now back to your stepdad real quick. He is very much talking about what a beautiful gift it was to him marrying into the family he married into, because y'all really created this beautiful family. Even though it was blended, he felt very much involved. He's also apologizing because he was sometimes mean and short-tempered.
Oh, he was very mean. Oh, that's why I was surprised he came through.
Yes. And I know that you attribute it to his drinking, which is true, but he's saying it's no excuse. He shouldn't have been as short-tempered and mean as he was.
Yeah.
He's also showing me that, gosh, I mean, his just the verbal abuse. He was also physical sometimes, but just the verbal abuse was ridiculous. And y'all had to walk on eggshells around him. And he's very much saying that followed all of you into your adulthood, and how sorry he is for that.
Well, that's good to know. Not so much my brother, because he was very chauvinistic, and my brother was a lot taller than he was. So, and he was born in the 30s, so, and I grew up in the 80s, so everything was like my brother had a later curfew, even though I was 2 years older, and because it was a boy, that's how he grew up. So,
I love that. Also, he sends you the cardinals.
oh, I thought it was my mom. It was him.
I was about to say, and your mom is also in spirit, because the second I said he sends the cardinals, this lady stepped up and said, kind of slapped him on the chest and said, and me too.
Okay, good.
Now your mom is referencing real quick, because I don't want to bring her up and not say something from her. She's referencing the jewelry that has been passed down. Your mom just passed down some jewelry. It wasn't worth a lot of money, but it had some sentimental value. And also, you have something with her handwriting on it. Are those recipes?
I have the kids' cards that she would send them. And I have one for my daughter set aside for her to take with her mail. It was a Christmas card with her handwriting.
Okay, very good. Because I was seeing something, and I wasn't sure. Could you see me? It was like, is that recipes? Because it was.
Yeah. That's so funny you said that, because I found it and I put it with her mail.
Ah, very good. So I love she mentioned that, because you had just seen.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Sherry, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Of course. You have a good evening.
You too. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was Miss Sherry. You want to do psychic or something? Is that what you're saying?
No, do you want to continue with psychic spirit, or do you want me to give you a name?
Do you have one you want to give me? Okay. Sorry, I was having a conversation with my moderator.
We didn't pre-coordinate very well.
Yeah, we didn't pre-coordinate very well, because I was working right up to the point I went live. And so we usually have a little bit of chit chat before I go live, and we didn't have time to do that. I was like, okay, it's time, let's go.
Alexa and Grandma Claire.
All right, we're going to do Alexa, her Grandma Claire.
She comes across stripes and stars.
Oh, stripes and stars, all right. Real quick, Alexa, I will give description on your grandma, but she steps up and is instantly acknowledging your love for crafting. She is saying that you come by that naturally, because she also loved to craft. She is saying that you and her were two peas in a pod. And you were always, when you were younger, not necessarily when you got older, when you were younger, y'all were running buddies. And so y'all would, little things, yes, my sister is a big crafter. Oh, yes. She said, your grandmother, the second you said that your grandmother, you were always with her. Yeah, she's like, you were her running buddy. And I'm glad you took on, because sometimes I'll say running buddy and people's like, I didn't run. No, I'm not talking about running in the street, like actually jogging. I'm talking about you hanging out with her, which you did confirm. She's also saying, please do not live in your sister's shadow. Because the second I was talking about crafting, you said, oh, my sister's a big crafter. And your grandmother kind of stomped her foot and said, stop it. You undervalue yourself, your grandmother is saying. So every time someone's complimenting you, you kind of excuse it away. It's like, oh, it's nothing. Oh, it's my sister's better. And she wants to make sure that you stop undervaluing yourself. She's also referencing, have you recently colored your hair? She's talking about hair color. So when spirits talk about things that I would not know, it's just a sign they are around you. Yes, today. Very good. Your grandmother did a really good job of proving that. She's around you. For those listening, I don't let spirit step up and say, hey, tell them I'm around. And this grandmother did well because she said that, talking about her hair color, and she got it colored today. Now, as I'm saying that, I'm going to come right back to your grandmother, Alexa, but the spirit that stepped up earlier that was talking, they're having, it's a spirit party tonight. The lady who was talking about her, I think it was her granddaughter or her daughter had just burned her hand lighting a candle. That lady popped back up and she said, that was good too, right? Yes, you spirits are doing very well tonight. I'm very impressed with y'all. All right. Miss Alexa, she is teasing because there's something about, have people been calling you a different name and they tease you because they can't call you Alexa because then their Alexa goes off? Because the second I said Alexa, she's like, no, the Alexa's going to go off. Call her something else. So you must have a nickname that people have been calling you, teasing you, because every time they say your name, your Alexa goes off. She's also referencing how proud she is of you. You got rid of my Alexa because of that. Yes, Lex. Very good. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that. She's also being very thankful that you have started taking care of yourself more. And by that, she means making time for yourself. She is showing me that, and I am very proud that you have been doing this, Alexa, because what she shows me, it's not as much as she would like, but you have been making a concerted effort to mark time off on your calendar just for you. And she's saying, yes, you have, or yes, she has. And I want everyone listening to take notes, to carve some time out for yourself. And I know as a mom, I worked full time, homeschooled my kids, was going to school, finishing up my education. It's so hard to carve out time for yourself, but your grandmother is very much so thankful that you're doing that. It makes all the difference in your mental health. So everyone listening, please make sure you do that as much as you can. Even if you have to get up earlier or something, having that quiet time to yourself makes all the difference. She's also referencing, okay, someone in your family, Alexa, has recently either gotten engaged or gotten married. She's showing me an engagement ring. So a nod that she sees that going on. Oh, your cousin Ryan. Very good. Very good. An acknowledgement that she saw that. So if you want to tell Ryan that his grandma is very happy for him. Oh, was it the wrong Alexa? Oh, her younger sister. Oh, your younger sister. Last year. Okay, very good. Wrong Alexa. Sorry, Stars and Stripes. Had the wrong name. But it's your younger sister. So acknowledgement to your younger sister that your grandmother was there. I'm also hearing, have you been thinking about going back to school or furthering and getting some kind of certificate? She's showing me, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable. I don't think it's actual college. It feels like it's a certificate of some sort that you've been thinking about getting. Your grandmother is very much encouraging you to do that and to not sell yourself short. Yes, but not sure in what field. Well, let's just ask Grandma here. Okay, so what she is showing me is everything is related to like beauty. Like she's showing me hair, skin care. So if you've ever thought of going cosmetology school or being an esthetician, something like that, everything she has shown me has been related to beauty. So that must be something you're very good at and very interested in. Okay, I was interested. I'm seeing, is that what she's interested in? All right. Thank you for letting me read. Oh, your phone froze. I'm sorry, did you hear me? Okay, let me recap. Stars and Stripes said her phone froze, so I'm not sure if she heard what I said. So I'm going to recap real quick what her grandma said that she should pursue. Your grandmother is showing me all things beauty related. She's showing me hair and makeup and skincare. So I don't know if you ever thought about going to cosmetology school or being a esthetician, but that's the kind of things that she is showing me. You'd be really good at it. She's also showing me, she wasn't done. I was about to move on from her, but she's not done. She's also showing me you playing around with essential oils and kind of creating your own kind of skincare. And thank you. I clear everyone's skin. Very good. So that must be the esthetician I was showing. And I see what she shows me is a timeline. I see you going and being an esthetician, and then you kind of creating your own product line made up more of pure and essential oils and those kinds of things. All right. Thank you for letting me read your grandmother, Miss Alexa. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. I want to thank everyone who is sharing my live. I so appreciate it. It helps me in the algorithms. You're welcome. You're welcome, Alexa. Thank you. Thank you all so much for all the support and sharing my live and liking my live. Thank you. All right. Oh, yeah, let's do psychic. I was about to think of another spirit. Let's do psychic. Y'all got some psychic going on? Let's do it. There is a, real quick, I'm going to give this, there is a young man stepping up. It's like Chase. It's a C name. It's a young man. It's Chase, something like that. And he died of an illness, but he died young. And it was pretty quick. Like he's showing me. I'm going to do psychic and then I'm going to come back, but this somewhat fits one of your person. Hang tight. A young man, I'm hearing like, it's a C name, like Chase. And he had, it feels like leukemia. Okay. Well, Lily passed her exam on the first try. I'm sorry, Lily. I'm not feeling positivity in that, but you can change the energy.
Chicory, will I be able to finish my remodel before Thanksgiving?
No, Chicory, I do not feel your remodel being finished before Thanksgiving. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to deal with the holidays and a remodel. Oh, that's terrible.
A few questions. Can you just answer generically? When spirits at peace is my...
Okay, so my moderator is telling me to answer the question generically. Or spirits at peace, or is my spirit at peace? I have gone looking for all kinds of people in the spirit world, rapists, murderers, pastors, everyone. Everyone's at peace. So I want y'all to think about, I don't have always really good words to describe the feelings I get coming back from the spirit world. So think about you are in an environment where you are surrounded by unconditional love. Everywhere you go, there's unconditional love. The air, air isn't a good word, but that's all I got for it. The air, the environment around you is infiltrated with unconditional love. Everywhere you look, it's people that love you unconditionally, that don't judge your past actions, that they love you as you are and where you are. So yes, your people are at peace. It is beautiful. I just don't have good words to describe the amount of peace I will feel off of spirits when they give me that feeling of what it's like over there.
Will Valerie get the promotion she was recently applied for?
You know, Valerie, I do feel you getting a promotion, but I'm not sure it's the one you recently applied for, but I do feel you getting a promotion.
Is Kara's interview going to be favorable?
Kara, I do feel your interview being favorable. Is that Kara Relentless?
Kara, relentless spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh, good job, Kara. Let me know. Let me know when you find out if you got the job or not. Let me know. Let me know. Okay.
Will Laura receive my money soon? Her money, I'm sorry.
Laura wants to know if she's going to receive her money soon. You know, I'm not feeling soon. I'm not sure what you call soon. Let me see. I don't know what you call soon. Are you going to receive it in the next month? No. In the next 2 months? I'm feeling about in the next 2 months is when you're going to receive your money.
Is Pam's mother trying to tell her to move to her house?
Yes. Is Pam's mother trying to tell her to move to her house? Yes. Very soft. Like I just heard this really loud in my head. Yes.
Is Beth going to move out of state?
I do not feel you moving out of state, Beth. Just know when y'all are asking me psychic questions, the energy can change on them. So I just said I don't feel you moving out of state, and you could say, well, heck, I am moving out of state. I'm making it happen. And then you make it happen. So as I'm reading the energy now, no, you're not moving out of state, but you dig your heels in and say, yes, I am, and make it happen.
Should Brittany continue with her current career path and or company?
Should Brittany continue with her current career path? No. With your current company? You know, I do feel you staying with that company, so I'm not quite sure what that means, what kind of company you work for, but I see you staying with the same company, but diverting away from where you're currently, the department that you're currently working in, and taking a different area.
Jessica, is my job my long-term career?
Jessica wants to know if her job is her long-term career. I do feel that. Yeah, I do feel that. What is it?
Is my pregnancy in heaven now? Can I move on?
Someone said, or someone's asking, is my pregnancy in heaven right now?
Can I move on?
So I'm wondering if that means you're asking me if you had a miscarriage. I do not feel that there is a viable pregnancy, but I would love to get a message from you saying, I'm dumb and I'm wrong. That's what I would like at this moment. I would love you to be able to send me that in a couple of days and say, you are wrong. My pregnancy is just fine. I would love to receive that email.
Will Zara get the part?
Will Zara get the part? Oh, I do feel it, Zar. Oh, I got a lot of excitement. I got all kinds of tinglies in my stomach. Jessica wants to know, will I win the lottery soon?
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't feel that. But if I had been able to say yes, I would have said I want a finder's fee or I want a something.
Is Tracy going to buy the house?
Is Tracy going to buy the house? I do not feel Tracy buying the house. Sorry.
Did I do okay in the inspection observation, Karen?
I hear, did you do okay in the inspection observation? I do feel like you did a good job. I feel like you did a really good job. Yes.
Chelsea said, thank you. I will message you Monday.
Okay. Thank you, Chelsea. I will be looking forward to that email, and I would love for you to tell me I was wrong. Love it. Love it.
Is Jules going to be selling her house soon?
I do not feel you selling your house soon, Jules.
Always like that name. Am I making the right choice to transfer locations for my job, Tabitha?
I do not feel that you should transfer locations for your job. I feel not good energy around that. All right. We ready to go back to mediumship?
Yep.
Okay. Little PSA. I will not be... And then I'll go and read. I will not be direct messaging anyone asking you for any money. Please do not Venmo any money. The only place you can make an appointment with me is on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. I have a last minute appointment on Sunday, and then I did finagle my schedule and try to open up some more days because I was getting a few complaints because you couldn't get in with me until December. I did open up another day in the end of October, and then one the beginning of November. I was able to finagle some things around. Also, I have an intro to mediumship coming up that starts in October. I kind of forgot to start talking about that. In October, if you go to my website under events, you will see the class starting. It's intro to mediumship. It's the basics. We start with step 1, 2, and 3. I've never had anyone not be able to bring up a spirit if you follow. Now, do I have a magic wand where you show up in the class and whoop, you're a experienced medium? I don't. But I do have the skill set to tell you what to do to get, you do have to practice. I mean, I know people show up in the class and they want to be able to read, kind of like I do. First off, I've done it thousands of times, so I can show you how. And then when you practice it that much, you'll also be able to do it.
Jess said you predicted us getting a dog in August and said it would be not planned. You were right.
I love that. Someone said, I don't know when I did this, but I had predicted them getting a dog in August and it wouldn't be planned. And she said I was right. So thank you for confirming. I love when people tell me I'm right. All right. Okay, so we're going back to this young man that I'd said a little bit about before I started doing the psychic. Okay, so we have a young man. And when I say young man, he was in his teens, it feels like. I'm seeing a C name off of him, such as Chase. Chase, Casey, something like that. It's a C name. How long am I going to be live? I don't know. I've been live for a little over an hour right now. He died from, it feels like lymphoma or leukemia. And his illness took him pretty quickly. Like those are typically diseases that you can live quite some time with. But he is saying that, why did it take you so quickly? Now I'm curious. Here's my claircognizant and dropped a book in. Anything that could go wrong with his treatments, it did. Like he had infections, immune system issues, just everything that could go wrong with his treatment went wrong. He is showing me being a little bit, well, rightly so, but he was angry. He had so much to do and was in the middle of school. He was popular in school and he hated missing school. Most kids are like, yes, I don't have to go to school. He hated missing school. He is showing me that his family still decorates his headstone. So he was buried. You're not a doctor. You are absolutely correct. So I don't know why we're putting that in here. You're right. I'm not a doctor. I'm a psychic medium. I'm not quite sure why someone is on here saying, you're not a doctor. You're right. I'm not. Okay. So.
Yes, you're right. You're right, Beth. And that person's gone now.
Beth is saying a troll, and my moderator is like, yep, you're right, Beth, and that person is gone. You called it, Beth. Okay, I don't know why people are...
Beth, have you been to the intro class, Beth?
Beth, my moderator, just said, Beth, have you been to the intro class? Okay, so I'm going to recap this young man real quick, and if he's yours, please put a yes in the comments. He passed in his teens. I'm hearing a C name off of him, such as Chase or Casey. He died of an illness. It feels like leukemia or lymphoma. He is, oh, thank you, Jess. She said she absolutely loved her session with me.
Oh, fantastic.
He is talking about, he was very popular in school. Like a lot of kids are like, they don't want to be sick, but they're happy they get to miss school. This kid was very angry. He missed school. He was very much popular. He was very popular. He was actually an athlete. It's like, what are you showing me? He was an athlete before he got sick. He was not really short, but he was not the tallest in his class, but he was kind of, stocky.
I was going to say they knew Casey that passed was in a wheelchair, but he was in his 20s when he died.
Okay, Miss Ashaloo, is that how you pronounce it? Ashaloo. Does everything else fit? Do you know what he passed from? Does everything else fit? Do you know if he died from leukemia or lymphoma? Oh, there we go. I think we're with Jocelyn here. My husband's brother died of leukemia when he was 12. His name was Chris, played baseball. I think we're with Jocelyn. Okay, very good, Miss Jocelyn. Okay, also something else he came up with, Miss Jocelyn, if you could confirm, it would be great, that he's telling me that people still decorate his tombstone, that they still put out decorations for him. He's also acknowledging, you know, they thought that he was going to fare better than what he did. So yes, of course, when your kid's diagnosed with leukemia, you're freaking out and you're...
They used to a Christmas tree on his grave.
Oh, very good. They put a Christmas tree on his grave. Thank you, Jocelyn, for confirming that. There is a child that has been born since he's been gone that has a lot of his energy. People will be saying, oh, that little boy, you know, he looks like Chris. Oh, he acts like Chris. So there is a child that has been born that has a lot of Chris's energy. Looks like him, some acts like him. I'm not sure if you know who that is, but it's an acknowledgement of him, from him. He's also telling me, you know, he's kind of oh, it's your son. Thank you. It felt like your son. It felt like your son. He's also apologizing to his brother because when he passed, he shows me his brother having the weight of the world on his shoulders. And he's apologizing because the second he died, it's like everything turned to his brother, which you're married to, and how he didn't mean for it to be that way. He's also apologizing. I know your husband does not think of it this way, but he is saying how he kind of stole some of his brother's childhood because first he was ill, and so the family's finances and attention was devoted to him and getting him well. And then he passed, and so everyone's grieving and talking about him, and oh, if Chris was here, Chris this, Chris that. I know your husband didn't think anything about it and wasn't resentful of it, but his brother wants to apologize because the impact it has had on his childhood. Also, Jocelyn, this kid is saying you smell nice. So you must really like you must have some good cologne on because he's saying how nice you smell. Also, Jocelyn, have you ever been sitting still and I see you reading or looking at something and it feels like someone is touching your hair? Just know that when you feel like someone's touching your hair, because I see you doing this, like, what was that? What was that? Just know that is Chris. And he is around y'all all the time. He loves your family. And he loves that he is still acknowledged. All right. Thank you so much for claiming this, Guy. Thank you.
Yep, do it soon, Tabitha. They don't last long. Book soon, Tabitha.
Oh, my
Tabitha said
racing.
I'm going to book a reading with you ASAP. You're hitting everything tonight.
Oh, thank you, Tabitha. Thank you. She said she was going to book, but I'm more impressed that she said I'm hitting everything. I like to be right.
Be quick, they don't last.
I know, my mother said, be quick, they don't last. I'm constantly trying to juggle my schedule to get more appointments in there. All right. Who we got now?
Devin, Mom, Barbara.
Devin,
Guided by intuition.
Mom, Barbara.
I bet she's still here.
All right, Ms. Devon, let's see what Miss Barbara has to say. Oh my goodness. Okay, your mom is funny for one thing, Miss Devon. I said, where are, I was calling her up. She comes sliding over in a chair. It was like I'm in a chair that has wheels on it. It doesn't really roll well because I am on carpet, even though I have a thing to save my carpet. But your mom comes rolling in from Spirit on a chair on wheels, and she is just being silly. She bumps into my chair. Her legs go flying, and she said, "You called?" And she said that she has been waiting for this. She's also saying, Devon, that she shows me you, she what? Oh, okay. Miss Devon. Oh, okay, Miss Devon. I'm going to ask you to go live, Miss Devon. Let's see. Hi, Devon.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi. Good. How are you?
Look, I even get to see your face.
Yeah. I'm
Your
so
mom's
excited.
did you look like your mom? Your mom's talking about what a beautiful face it is.
I don't know. I feel like we all look like her.
Because she said it's a beautiful face, but she starts rubbing her own face like you look like her. That's why
Yeah.
she's
Hmm.
saying that y'all all have the same eyes.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, she's acknowledging
Yeah.
it. She's also showing me. Okay, so we're not getting a lot of personal information here because we're on the live, but she shows me you taking money and being very careful with it. So
Yes. I just started a budget planner.
okay, very good. I was going to say she reminds me of back in the day. You're not doing this, but back in the day where people used to use that envelope system. I never did that. Maybe I need to start a budget too. I feel like I do. But
Yes.
your mom is very proud of you. And she is saying that if you stick to this budget that you have going on, in 7 months, your life will look completely different.
Okay. Good.
But she is saying you have children?
I do.
Yeah, because she's
Yes.
saying, tell the children, no, it's okay.
Okay.
I feel you, Devin. It's hard. It's hard to tell those children no.
Yeah. I know. I don't know if she's referring to money, but my son's always asking me for money.
Yeah, that's
So,
what she's referring to. She's saying tell them
yeah.
no to keep yourself on track. Like that's where your budget goes out of whack because of your kids.
Yes.
Which I have no room to talk. It's my grandbabies and my kids, so it's like
Yes.
I hemorrhage money their way. She's also telling you, have you been thinking of starting your own business?
Well, I've thought about a lot of different businesses, but I haven't felt confident enough to really try to do anything.
What she's showing me is you starting a business and you're not going to stay with that forever. It's going to morph into something else. But there's something you can do right now that will bring funds in. Is there something you've been thinking of that you could do right now that would instantly bring funds in?
Reading tarot for people
Okay.
on TikTok. That's the only thing I could think of.
And you don't feel comfortable to. Also, what she is saying is there a local store around you, like a local metaphysical store where you could go in and read there?
I'm not sure. I just moved, so I haven't done much research of the area.
Okay. Look into that because she was showing me our local store where I used to read, and she's showing me you doing it at a local store. There's actually 2 different stores she's showing me.
Oh, okay, yeah, then I'll do that. Because I'm just so like nervous because on TikTok I've had bad experiences like with certain people in my life and I don't really want them to find me. So I'm kind of trying to stay private. And I was like, well, I could do it without showing my face, but then not a lot of people seem to resonate well with that. So
You're going to have to show
that,
your face. Yeah.
yeah.
So try the store. Look around and see if there's a store near you. I think you would do well there.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Also, I am feeling that you could do it on TikTok, but she is showing me having a bigger following at the store.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
People like your personal energy. Um, okay. She's also showing me did you have a miscarriage?
Well, a while ago, it was probably about 11 years ago, I had two of them, and I
Yes.
haven't been able to get pregnant since.
Your mom is referencing having the babies.
That's good.
She's also saying that you are very clairvoyant and you don't give it enough credit.
Yeah. I've been meditating a lot because I really feel so connected. Like I'm starting to feel clairsentient and feeling energy, and it's hard because I'm learning to ground, and I see a lot in my dreams,
Mhm.
and that's where I feel like I am strongest. But I haven't really been able to tap into visuals or hearing, like, or at least I don't recognize it.
I think you just don't recognize it. When you get visuals from spirit, they are fast and you have to catch them. And
Okay.
it just takes practice of learning to grab them and also learning what the visuals mean.
Right. And
Because
that's very, very much of what I'm wanting to learn.
and it just
So,
takes practice and paying attention. You can absolutely do it. It just takes practice and paying attention. Um,
yes.
she's also telling me that she sends you the cardinals. I don't know if you've noticed cardinals around you, but she's the one who sends you the cardinals.
Oh, well, I haven't lately, but I do know that was my mom's one of her favorites, and that was something we all referenced when she passed. That was her bird.
Very good. So,
Yes.
so for everyone watching, what Devin just said was her mom. Her mom's. I just said, your mom sends you cardinals, and she said, "Oh, that was my mom's favorite bird." So for everyone watching, just know that whatever your spirit resonated with, if your spirit liked deer or your spirit liked music, whatever it is that they liked a lot, they are going to use to get messages to you because it's going to make you think of
Yes.
them. Also, your mom is. Why is she showing me macaroni and cheese?
Um, I don't know, maybe baked mac and cheese. That was something that we really liked.
Have you made it
Maybe.
recently?
Recently, no. I've been in kind of a struggle because we moved and we were living with my stepdaughter and her family. So I haven't cooked it, but my stepdaughter has.
Oh, okay, very good. So someone around you
Yeah.
has cooked it recently.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So when spirit, as you know, mentions things that I wouldn't know, it's just a sign they are around you and they see it.
Okay. Yes.
Your mom is very much saying that you are on the right track and she is repeating. And so this spirits don't repeat themselves to me very often, but she's repeating this information. So listen up. She is saying that in 7 months, your life will be completely different if
Okay.
you implement the plans that are in your head, which means staying on track with the budget. And also, she's saying pursue your dreams. So absolutely look at reading cards at a local store. You would do well at that.
Okay. Okay.
Also,
I'm also wanting to. Okay, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Okay, I
She's
was
saying,
saying how my plan was to purchase land and build a shed to home conversion and start a homestead, like a little farm. And we're supposed to be closing on our house this 29th. And so that's where my dream is. That's what I plan to do.
I feel it happening for you.
Okay, good.
I do feel it happening. Also, she's saying that if you practiced it just a little bit, you would be very good at reading people's auras.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I don't know exactly how to practice. Like in my readings, I get a lot of cards talking about a mentor or someone coming into my life that would be able to mentor me and show me these things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I joined your workshop.
Oh,
So,
yes.
so
Devin was
yeah,
at my workshop.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, my
yeah,
moderator is like, oh, like he didn't realize it was the
Yes,
same.
Didn't put it together.
He didn't put it
it
together
is
that it was the
me.
same person because he had written Devin down on a sheet of paper. I was like, oh yeah, I'll read Devin. He didn't realize it was the same person. Yeah, I do have a class starting in October. So
Yes, and see, that's what I was trying to save up, and now I'm like, oh, and now I got a budget. So
stupid
I don't
budgets.
know how it'll work. I
I
know.
also, and for you and for everyone listening, I do have the free meetup coming this Sunday. I don't know if you saw that, where you can,
I didn't.
yeah, in
No.
my event section, it's a free
In the
mentor
light.
and practice coming up this Sunday. And I just had a lot of my students who were trying to make appointments with me, and they just were trying to get in front of my face because they had missed being around me. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a free meetup. So if you have any kind of
Oh,
reading experience, which cards would count,
okay, good.
Sunday, you just sign up on my website to get the Zoom link.
Okay, then I will do that.
All right. Thank you, Miss Devin.
Thank you so much, Christy.
All right. I'll see you Sunday.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, so I will repeat that since I was telling Devin. So if you have any kind of reading experience, it can be psychic, it can be mediumship, it can be card reading, any kind of reading experience. You don't have to be professional, be real good. I have a free mentorship and practice coming up this Sunday. You have to go to my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, under the event section and register, and just to get the Zoom link. So that's kind of fun. All right, I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. Just remember, I will not be, let's see, someone was asking about babies. Can babies from miscarriages come through? Yes. If y'all, if you were listening to the reading I just did with Devin, we were talking about something completely different, and I turned to her and I said, oh, you had a miscarriage. And she said, yes, 11 years ago, because her mom was referencing the babies that were in spirit. So yes, they absolutely, I came through earlier in a reading I had today. So babies, oh, wait a minute. I have to do one more question. What's the question?
Is my dog ready to cross the Rainbow Bridge? Reverend put him down on Tuesday.
Oh.
Is your dog ready?
Yes, your dog is ready. Someone's asking, is your dog ready to cross the Rainbow Bridge? Your dog is ready. It's very sad. Those sweet puppies. And what I'm hearing is the dog has been sick for a while, like sicker than what they were letting on. And so by the time they let on to you that they were sick, they were not feeling well. And they want to thank you for I'm hearing you treat them like a human. You talk to them all the time. You ask their opinion. And this dog, when they were younger, they're showing me they would do their head like this when you would talk to them. And you just got such a kick out of it that you would just keep talking to them because they'd turn their head and do that cute little turn their head thing. All right. I will not be direct messaging you. You can only make an appointment on me. Thank you. You can only make an appointment on my website. I will put out another schedule when I'm going live. I'm not quite sure. I went live Monday? I went live Monday night, just out of the blue. Usually I try to schedule it so people can be prepared, but Monday night I went. The website is Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. www.christygodwin.psychic medium. If you go to my profile on TikTok, there is a link that will send you to my website. All right. Thank you. Y'all have a great evening.